it provides the revenue necessary for our police department, fire department, all the different services that we provide. Probably 80% at least of the revenue that we need to fund our general fund comes from sales taxes. So it's our primary source of revenue.
Everything that the city does short of building a street is relied upon sales tax. We don't get any property tax to run the City of Tulsa, nor do any of the municipalities. To put it simply, sales tax runs the city, property tax builds the city. So we need those sales tax dollars for everything we do: the water, the sewer, the roads, the police, the fire, all the employees. All of that is funded by sales tax. And when it's so unpredictable in an economy like this, every dollar counts. And we just got to make sure that we collect what the citizens believe was coming to us when they left that sales tax money at the cash register of the merchant.
Well, for us, 1 penny is at least devoted to all our capital improvements, road expansions, things of that nature. So without collecting as much sales tax as we can, then those things suffer. And that obviously affects our residents, and so it's due diligence on our part to make sure that we do what we can to collect from everyone.
Well, it provides the City of Tulsa options. I mean, in my view, to be definitively told what we have to do regarding the collection and administration of the chief revenue source that our city has to rely upon, in my view, as a businessman, I'd like to have options.
Well, with all municipalities, Owasso, Sand Springs, Manford, we worked real hard to try to recoup as much of the sales tax that's due from the various entities.
Nothing beats competition. You know, we think competition it leads to innovation, fair play. It's very American, and if competition brings out the best in you, then that allows us to deliver the best to the citizens of Tulsa.
The county sales tax is very important to the community because it does fund the operation of the jail. 1/4 cent county sales tax goes to fund the operations of the jail. So it's important that we maximize the receipt of the taxes, that that every business pay those taxes, so that with increased number of inmates, increased cost, we're able to adequately fund the jail, which is in the public interest.
You know, when a city runs on sales tax, it's like working on commission. You never know how much the check is, but your costs are fixed. So it's important that the cash flow regularly, that you can count on it, and that you know, you're making sure that people aren't paying too little or too much. They're paying what they should, so that we can budget based upon some sense of certainty in this kind of economy of how much you're going to have to provide the core services that people expect you to provide.
Well, local control, in my view, certainly ups the interest factor. Since that is our primary source of revenue, we're very interested in making certain that the taxes that our citizens pay in anticipation of being collected and used for their city, that it is actually collected. We're able to negotiate a better deal, in my opinion. We're able to have certain standards that should be met, and if not met, we have some options to either improve the relationship or change to somebody else.
Well, we've always believed that the state law and the city charter allows that if you're a city or municipality, if you can assess a tax, you ought to be able to collect that tax, at least your own tax. That it's not in the state's best interest to take care of the cities. It's in the city's best interest to take care of itself, especially when a city operates solely on sales tax, and those dollars were needed for everything from policemen to firemen to swimming pools to road construction.
Certainly encourage all municipalities to be thinking about what do we need to do to collect all the tax that's due from the taxpayer. And Tulsa did that, and I think it's going to pay off for them, and it's going to help the rest of us, even for those who are not going to take advantage of other resources perhaps.
The collection of the sales tax is essential to the services that we provide. Cities are dependent entirely upon sales tax, so it is crucial, especially in this economy, for cities to be able to get the sales tax that is due them, the sales tax that should be paid to them, so they can supply the services to the people that they are in place to serve.
Well, with local control, in my opinion, having the ability to have a more manageable level of tax administration and tax collection, etc., it gives me more confidence in what we will be able to do as far as forecasting goes. We have to have a fairly confident point of view as far as what our revenues are going to be, so we'll know if we have to have some changes in our expenses that we have. Many of them very ongoing and required, and if our revenue growth isn't going to be good, then we have to know that ahead of time and be able to make some changes. If it's better, well, then we might look at providing better services in certain areas for our citizenry, and they would certainly enjoy that.